Hello everyone. Today we are diving into one of the most extraordinary and little understood creatures that inhabits Earth's most remote oceans, the Greenland shark, a massive, slow-moving, deep-sea giant that carries one of the most incredible titles. In the natural world, it is the longest living vertebrate on our planet, with confirmed individuals reaching an astonishing 400 years of age, and some scientists believing they may live beyond 500 years. Imagine a living creature that was born before the Mayflower, set sail before the invention of the telescope, before the United States was even a concept, and still swims silently in the icy dark of the Arctic and North Atlantic Oceans today. This is not a myth or a fairy tale. It is a scientific fact, and the story of the Greenland shark is one of patience, adaptation, and survival, pushed to the absolute limits of what vertebrate life can achieve. Let us start with where this remarkable shark calls home. The Greenland shark, also known as the gray shark or sleeper shark, lives exclusively in the coldest, darkest waters on Earth. Its range stretches across the Arctic Ocean and the northern parts of the North Atlantic, from Canada and Greenland, all the way to Norway, Iceland, and even as far south as Portugal. In deeper, colder layers, these sharks prefer water temperatures between 0 degrees C and 5 degrees C, water that is nearly frozen solid, and they dive to depths of up to 2,000 meters or more, far beyond the reach of sunlight. For most marine animals, these conditions would be deadly. The extreme cold slows bodily functions to a crawl, the crushing water pressure damages cells, and the total darkness makes hunting nearly impossible. But the Greenland shark does not just survive here, it thrives, and these harsh conditions are exactly what allow it to live for centuries. Physically, the Greenland shark is built for the deep cold, not for speed or agility. It is one of the largest shark species on Earth, reaching lengths of 5 to 6 meters and weighing more than 1,000 kilograms. Females grow significantly larger than males, a common trait in deep-sea sharks that helps with reproduction. Its body is thick and cylindrical, with rough, sandpaper-like skin that ranges from dark gray to black or brown, perfect camouflage in the lightless depths. Its head is short and round, with tiny, almost useless-looking eyes that are often infected by a parasitic crustacean that attaches to the cornea, leaving the shark partially blind. But do not be fooled by its poor eyesight. This shark has an extraordinary sense of smell, with specialized, rosette-shaped olfactory organs that detect even the faintest trace of food in the cold water from hundreds of meters away. Unlike most fish, Greenland sharks have no hard bones. Their entire skeleton is made of cartilage, which is lighter and more flexible under extreme water pressure, another key adaptation for life in the deep sea. What makes the Greenland shark truly unique, however, is its glacial pace of life. Every part of its biology moves at a speed that is almost unimaginable to humans and most other animals. It grows just 1 centimeter per year, slower than nearly any other vertebrate. A human child grows dozens of centimeters in a single year, but a Greenland shark takes an entire decade to grow just 10 centimeters. This slow growth means it takes more than a century to reach full size, and it does not reach sexual maturity until it is about 150 years old. Think about that. A Greenland shark is born, spends 150 years growing, and only then can it mate and produce offspring. By the time a Greenland shark is ready to be a parent, human civilizations have risen and fallen, entire generations of people have lived and died, and the world has changed beyond recognition. This slow maturity is one of the reasons the shark's lifespan is so long, but it also makes the species extremely vulnerable to threats from humans. For decades, scientists were baffled by how to determine the age of the Greenland shark. Most fish can be aged by counting growth rings on their ear stones, called otoliths, much like counting rings on a tree. Sharks are usually aged by counting growth bands on their fin spines or vertebrae. But Greenland sharks have no fin spines, and their cartilage vertebrae are too soft to form clear growth bands. For years, all scientists could do was guess that these sharks lived a very long time based on their slow growth. That all changed in 2016 when a team of Danish researchers published a groundbreaking study in the journal Science that solved the mystery once and for all. The scientists discovered that the lens of a Greenland shark eye contains a special type of protein that is formed entirely before the shark is born and never regenerates or breaks down for the rest of its life. This protein locks in carbon isotopes from the environment at the time of the shark's birth, like a tiny time capsule preserved inside its eye. Using radiocarbon, dating a technique used to date ancient artifacts and fossils, the researchers measured the carbon levels in the eye lenses of 28 Greenland sharks. The largest shark in the study, a 5-meter female, was found to be 392 years old, with a margin of error of 120 years. That means this shark could be as young as 272 years old, or as old as 512 years old, but even the lowest estimate makes it the longest living vertebrate ever discovered. The 400-year mark is widely accepted as a realistic and well-supported age for mature Greenland sharks, a number that still astounds biologists around the world. So why can the Greenland shark live for 400 years, while most vertebrates live just a few decades? The answer lies in its ultra-slow metabolism and incredible genetic adaptations. The frigid water temperature lowers the shark's metabolic rate to an absolute minimum. Its heart beats just a few times per minute. It digests food over months instead of days, and its cells divide and regenerate at a rate far slower than warm water animals. This slow metabolism reduces the production of harmful free radicals that cause cellular damage and aging, a process that shortens lifespans in faster-lived animals. Recent genetic studies have also found that Greenland sharks have unique gene variations that protect against DNA damage, fight infections, and resist age-related diseases like cancer. Even more remarkably, European researchers discovered that Greenland sharks show signs of heart damage and oxidative stress that would be fatal to humans and most other animals, but their bodies have evolved to tolerate these changes without losing function. Their hearts stay strong and efficient for centuries, a biological superpower that no other vertebrate possesses. Despite its low speed and poor eyesight, the Greenland shark is a top predator and an important scavenger in the deep-sea ecosystem. Its cruising speed is less than 2 kilometers per hour, slower than a walking human, and it rarely chases prey. Instead, it uses a stealthy ambush strategy to hunt. It glides silently toward resting seals, fish, or other marine animals, taking them by surprise with a sudden, powerful bite. Its teeth are perfectly designed for this lifestyle. The upper teeth are thin and sharp for holding prey, while the lower teeth are broad, serrated, and square for shearing through flesh and bone. The Greenland shark is not a picky eater. It feeds on fish, squid, crabs, and seals, but it also scavenges on the carcasses of large animals that sink to the seafloor, including whales, reindeer, horses, and even polar bears. Researchers have found all kinds of unexpected remains in the stomachs of Greenland sharks, proof that it will eat almost anything that drifts down into its dark habitat. In the barren deep sea, where food is scarce, this flexibility is key to survival. By eating both live prey and dead organic matter, the Greenland shark acts as a natural ocean cleaner, recycling nutrients and keeping the deep-sea ecosystem balanced. Reproduction in Greenland sharks is just as slow and unusual as the rest of their lives. They are ovoviviparous, meaning females do not lay eggs. Instead, the eggs hatch inside the mother's body, and she gives birth to live fully formed young. The gestation period is estimated to last between 8 and 18 years longer than any other vertebrate. A single litter produces only 2 to 10 pups each, about 40 centimeters long at birth. The pups are completely independent from the moment they are born, with no parental care, and must survive on their own in the harsh deep sea from day one. This extremely low reproductive rate is another reason the Greenland shark is so fragile. Even if a few adults are lost, the population cannot recover quickly because it takes 150 years for new individuals to reach breeding age. Today, the Greenland shark faces growing threats from human activity, even though it lives in one of the most remote places on Earth. For centuries, Inuit communities have hunted Greenland sharks for their oily livers, which are used to make oil for lamps and cooking. In modern times, the biggest danger is bycatch. These sharks are often caught accidentally in fishing nets, meant for cod, halibut, and other commercial fish. Climate change is also a growing threat, as Arctic waters warm the shark's cold habitat shrinks, and its food sources may shift or decline. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN, lists the Greenland shark as a vulnerable species, and scientists warn that without protection, this ancient, slow-growing creature could decline rapidly in the coming decades. Losing the Greenland shark would not only mean losing the world's longest living vertebrate, it would also disrupt the delicate balance of the deep Arctic ecosystem, where this shark has played a vital role for millions of years. When we compare the Greenland shark to other long-lived animals, its longevity becomes even more impressive. The bowhead whale, the second longest living mammal, lives about 200 years. Giant tortoises, the longest living reptiles, live around 150 years. Even the oldest known humans have reached just over 120 years. The Greenland shark doubles or triples these lifespans, living long enough to witness 400 years of human history. It was alive when the first telescopes were invented, when Shakespeare wrote his plays, when the first European settlers arrived in North America, through the Industrial Revolution, 2 world wars, and the rise of modern technology. It is a living link to our distant past, a creature that has seen the world change in ways we can barely imagine, yet remains almost unchanged itself. The story of the Greenland shark is more than just a fascinating animal fact. It is a powerful reminder of the hidden wonders that exist in our planet, least explored places. The deep ocean covers more than 60% of Earth's surface, but we have explored less than 5% of it, and creatures like the Greenland shark prove that there are still mysteries waiting to be uncovered. It teaches us that life does not have to be fast to be successful. Sometimes, slowness, patience, and adaptation are the keys to survival. It also reminds us of our responsibility to protect even the most remote and unknown species, because every creature, no matter how hidden, plays a role in keeping our planet healthy. As we finish this journey into the life of the 400-year-old Greenland shark, we are left with a sense of awe for this quiet, ancient giant. It has glided through centuries of darkness, untouched by human chaos, a living testament to the power of evolution and the resilience of life. The next time you think about the limits of age and survival, remember the Greenland shark, a creature that turns 400 years into just one chapter of its long quiet life in the deep cold sea. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.